Hot, sticky July weather here with us for a while. It's not really going to change all that much in coming days, but I do see a better chance of thunderstorms immediately ahead. Coleman at 90 with a feels like temp of 98. A few locally heavy downpours around. None of them close to Coleman and Birmingham at the moment, but there are some that are firing up over especially Fayette County, Lamar County, and northern Pickens County, and these are just drifting very, very slowly. The steering current's not all that good today, so you've got heavy rain here just on the north side of Highway 82, close to Ethelsville in North Pickens County, Baines Road up to Tabernacle Road, some lightning popping here and there, Mineral Springs Church Road, Antioch Church. In that area, heavy rain may not last all that long, but there could be some lightning strikes and happen outside the rain. That's called a bolt from the blue, and we have seen a whole lot of those so far this summer. More heavy rain falling over the southern part of Lamar County and Fayette County. Watch as I put this into motion over the last 30 minutes. There's just not much movement to it at all. The little bit of movement at all has been more toward the south in the last little bit, but you can see development is actually toward the north. So not much steering with them means they're not going to be moving all that fast, and I think they're going to drop a lot of heavy rain in a few isolated pockets, but the rest of us not getting all that much. Hotter tomorrow. It's actually going to feel like it's close to 100 degrees tomorrow afternoon because of the high heat and humidity. Look at this, by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 91 degrees, feels like 100 Birmingham and Alabaster and Tuscaloosa, feels like close to 102 at Fayette, unless you're the lucky one getting a brief downpour. By 5 p.m. still feels like at least low to mid 90s. There is a better chance of some of these hit or miss thunderstorms over the next few days. I don't think it rains equally everywhere, certainly, but 40 to 50% chance. That's nothing to shake a stick at here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a much better chance of thunderstorms area wide. But even that is going to leave us with some really uneven rainfall totals. Look at this. Maybe a few spots getting as much as 3 or 4 inches. And then you got the blue areas and the green here where there may be less than a ½ inch of rain over the next 7 days. So hit or miss means some of us get it, some of us don't. And this is going to play a pretty big role in that. That's an upper air low over the Gulf. That is going to send lots of Gulf moisture sweeping northward as a disturbance from the northwest begins to come in. And as long as that thing is close by, watch what it does here. It starts to pull that thing north out of the Gulf, and then it just sits on top of Alabama through Thursday and through Friday. And as long as it's nearby, there's going to be a good chance of widely scattered, unevenly spread thunderstorms. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going up in the 90s. It's going to feel like it's close to 100 degrees, and it's going to get there very, very quickly, too. We'll be in the 90s as soon as maybe 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning. Wednesday, maybe not quite as hot. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, same kind of story. Upper 80s, low 90s by day, 70s at night, and a good chance of thunderstorms on a daily basis through at least Sunday and Monday.